Right, today guys, I'm going to be showing you how to pluck and skin a mallard. Got two lovely birds here, shot yesterday by the local shooters, Gloucestershire. As you can see, it's two males, a bit bloody. Quite like a pheasant, although on a duck, all you really want is the breast. There isn't much meat on it. Later on in the week, a few days later, I'm going to be showing you guys how to skin a pheasant. You won't need to pluck a pheasant because there isn't enough fat on it. The thing is, with duck, there's a lot of fat, and you want that to disperse within the meat to give the flavour. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start off with this one. What you want to do is, similar to other game birds, is you want to have a sharp knife nearby, and you see the joint and the bone just here, right here. You want to nick that both sides. What you want to do is you want to pull and twist round and then pull, and what you'll see is you got a tendon there. You want to get out the tendons, because when you come to roasting the duck, whether you're going to just use the breast or you're going to actually roast the whole duck, you want to get rid of the tendons, simply because they're horrible little things, impossible to chew on. What you want to do is do exactly the same to the other side. Nick it. Now on the other side of the joint, nick again. You want to snap it, you hear that crunch. You want to turn it round and around and around. There we go, there's the crunch. And then you want to pull, and you should get the tendon come out with it. If not, what you want to do is later on, once you've skinned the duck, you'd want to get the tendons out that way. It'd be easier because you won't be able to get your fingers in there and pull them out. Next, you're going to do the head. What you're going to do is you're going to do it halfway up the neck. Sharp knife, straight off. There you have it. One duck, headless. Third thing you're going to do is you're going to do the wings. Now this is quite a tricky part. What you want to do is you want to feel in here, and you want to find a joint bone which is roughly around here. Now what you want to do is have your knife, and you want to snap it right on that bone right there. Some people prefer to actually snap it with their hands, then rip it off or cut it off. Personally, I feel you get a cleaner cut but just running over with your knife. It's quite a solid bone, so you're going to need a bit of force to cut this. There we go. Hear that click? There we go. Now what you can do is snap it now and pull. There we go. Now, same on the other side. Find that bone there. And crunch. Now, Preparation is key when coming to skinning, plucking, game birds and all sorts of game. The idea is you have the equipment to do it and you can do it well. Especially, I would propose doing it outside because it does come messy. A lot of people prefer to do it by the sink where you have water running. And when it comes to plucking birds, you're going to need some water so you can get off all the loose feathers. But I prefer to do it outside so you don't have that mess all in the kitchen. If you live with your mum, I'm sure she'd prefer for you to do it outside as well. Now there you have it. We have headless, wingless, legless, lovely local shot breast of duck. This is a drake bird, so tend to be a lot more meat on the legs, but not as much breast as the female birds. However, these aren't looking too bad. So now what we're going to do is pluck it. This is the hard bit. So what you want to do is you want to have the tail ends facing this way. And you have the neck here. What you want to do is you want to start from roughly there, and you want to go smooth upwards towards the neck and pull out any of the feathers. Now the reason for doing this is to basically bring the fat to the surface, and what you want to do when coming to cook it, the fat is where all the flavour is stored. In a duck, same goes for goose, you have a lot of fat, whereas you look at wood pigeon or pheasant, you don't have much fat at all. Now, as I said, you can either roast these bad boys whole or you could just cut their breast off. Personally, I prefer to roast them whole because there's still a fair bit of meat on the legs, and it just seems a bit too much of a waste to do just the breast. Obviously the breast being the nicest part on a duck, cook it rare. A lot of people prefer it pink in the middle. And yes, before you ask, you can eat the duck pink. In fact, it tastes very good. As you can see there, don't worry if you have a bit of a esophagus showing, or there's a bit, it's not as tidy as you expect. Thing is, a lot of people do this and they think, oh, I'm doing it wrong, I'm just following the beginner's steps and stuff. At the end of the day, I've only done about 6 of these, and I've done a fair bit of pheasants. As I said, I'll be showing you later in the week how to skin a pheasant, which is a lot easier than the duck. However, don't worry how untidy it looks. At the end of the day, once you've got all the feathers off and stuff, you can tidy it up with your knife just by doing the trimmings. But if this is your first go, I do urge you to use sharper knives. I wish mine were a bit sharp. Right.